My name's Marianne Sezon. I'm running for a Common Pleas judge. I'm the current Common Pleas Court magistrate and court administrator. Can everyone hear me? Okay, I need to be louder. I've been a practicing attorney for over 15 years. I graduated from John Carroll with my bachelor's and my master's in education. I got my law degree from the Akron School of Law. A long time ago, I graduated from Geneva High School. I'm also a leadership Ashtabula County graduate. I have over 100 hours of judicial college credit and hundreds of hours of continuing legal education credit. I've worked my way up at the Court of Common Pleas for over 16 years. I have an understanding of the legal and administrative practices and procedures at the very court where I'm seeking to become judge. I review cases from the neutral court perspective, not as an advocate, but being fair and impartial. I've assisted the Common Pleas Court in making over 4,000 rulings on all dockets of the very court where I seek to become judge: civil, criminal, administrative, and domestic. My experience is well-rounded. I manage a $2 million Common Pleas budget, and I supervise 35 Common Pleas employees, again, at the very court where I seek to become judge. Qualities that I take pride in are hard work and strong work ethic, positive attitude, and real-world experience. I learned these qualities from working at my family's business, Eddie's Grill at Geneva on the Lake, right here in Ashtabula County. My father's had it for 65 years. I'm proud of that experience, and it's truly made me who I am. I'm committed to Ashtabula County. As a lifelong resident of this county, I've served on over a dozen community boards and organizations, receiving awards for my community service from the Ashtabula Chamber of Commerce, the Young Professionals of Ashtabula County, the Ashtabula County Bar Association, and the Ohio State Bar Foundation. The boards that I've been involved in include past president of the Mental Health and Recovery Services Board, the Ashtabula County District Library Board of Trustees, the Kent State University Ashtabula Advisory Council, Leadership Ashtabula County Board of Directors. Based on the over 16 years of legal and administrative experience right at the very court that I'm running for judge at, my strong work ethic, both in the public and private sectors, and my community commitment, I'd appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Specht.
Thank you. My name's Harold Specht. I am your Chief Assistant Prosecutor. I was born and raised in Northeast Ohio. I've called Jefferson and Ashtabula County my home since 2002. I proudly served my country as a United States Marine. I am a Desert Shield, Desert Storm veteran. Upon leaving the Gulf and going back to North Carolina, I enrolled in East Carolina University, where I began my undergraduate studies in political science. Once I was honorably discharged from the Marine Corps, came back to Ohio, finished my political science degree at Cleveland State, and went to school, law school at Cleveland Marshall College of Law. The same year that I began my law career at Cleveland Marshall College of Law, I began interning at the Ashtabula County Prosecutor's Office. After earning my Juris Doctor, I took the bar exam and was hired on full-time as assistant prosecutor at the County Prosecutor's Office. I'm a member of the Ashtabula County Bar Association, the Ohio State Bar Association, the Ohio Prosecuting Attorney Association, the Jefferson Rotary, the Jefferson Eagles Club, the Marine Corps League. While I was still in law school, I was fortunate enough to earn my legal intern license, where I was able to practice law while working for the prosecutor's office on a limited basis, where I gained valuable trial and courtroom experience in the courtroom before I even graduated from law school. And by the time I graduated from law school, I'd already had more courtroom experience than the average 4th or 5th year attorney. Once I was sworn in as an attorney in Ohio, I started my career at the prosecutor's office, practicing law in Western, Eastern, and juvenile court, and sometimes in the felony division. Around 2002, I left the misdemeanor division and began my career in the felony division, trying low-level felonies and sometimes sitting second chair on higher level of felonies with more experienced attorneys. In 2008, I was honored to be named the Chief Assistant Prosecutor at the County Prosecutor's Office. Since that time, I have tried, the last 5 years, I've tried 6 major murder trials in front of a jury, getting positive results. I've also tried a variety of high-profile cases, including kidnapping, rape, burglary, robbery, felony, assault, aggravated vehicular homicide, organized crime, and domestic violence, and crimes against the elderly and the very young, just to name a few. As the chief, I supervise a staff of assistant prosecutors as well as a support staff. I analyze, prepare, and assign approximately 700 cases a year. Since I've become a chief assistant prosecutor, that's about 4,200 cases. I regularly present cases to the grand jury. I serve as the county prosecutor in his absence, and I'm the liaison to the other 87 county prosecutors' offices, as well as the FBI and DEA.
Thank you. Do you have a recommendation to resolve the overcrowding in our county jail? Ms. Sezon.
Well, I can tell you that we need to work together with everyone that would be involved in making such a decision. But I had the opportunity to attend the Opiate Summit on last Friday. And there was a panel of different professionals that work within the criminal justice system. And I think it was their consensus that you can't jail your way out of this problem. We certainly need more rehabilitation services for those that cannot afford them. And that's something that I would also look into, whether it's drug addiction, mental health, those types of services.
Thank you. Mr. Specht.
Actually, I think quite the opposite. I think we can't rehabilitate ourselves out of this problem we have in this county. We have a huge crime problem, and it's fueled by drugs. And we have many, many programs to help those who want to help themselves out of their drug addiction, and there's plenty of opportunity. Do I want to jail everybody? No. Do we need more jail space? Yes. When they're in jail, they're not offending. We can help those, again, we can help those who want to help themselves by reaching out and rehabilitating themselves and kind of picking themselves up and dusting themselves off and helping themselves out.
Do you believe that prior judicial experience is critical for the position of common police judge? Mr. Specht.
Well, from my position, prior judicial experience, I don't have prior judicial experience, but what is key here is experience, and that's experience in the courtroom. As I said in my opening statement, I have over 15 years of courtroom experience. I've tried every serious felony case in this county since 2008, and some even before then. I started out in Eastern and Western County Court trying misdemeanor cases before I was even a licensed attorney in the state of Ohio with the help of another licensed attorney. Experience, courtroom experience, I'm a battle-tested, hard-nosed felony, major felony trial attorney, and that's what you need to be a common police court judge in this county.
Ms. Sezon.
Yes, my experience is right at the very court where I seek to become judge. I've been reviewing cases, drafting opinions, working as a magistrate, and doing all of that from the neutral court perspective. And what we do is we take a look at both sides. We review the facts and we apply the law. We're not advocates. And my experience is working on the side of the court, not as an advocate. I'm not pro either side. I've worked and assisted the court in making decisions and rulings in over 4,000 cases on all dockets that we have at the Common Police Court. So my experience is also well-rounded. But I do think that my train of thinking is in the neutral court perspective, which is what you would be doing as a judge.
Thank you. How many cases have you tried in court?
As I explained, my experience is within the court. So I've reviewed cases from beginning to end, from the initial filing of a complaint to a jury trial. But I've done that from the court side, and I've done that on all types of cases.
And it's very interesting that we have only about 2.5% of the cases that are filed within the Court of Common Pleas that actually go to jury trial. And there's actually a new report that was put out, and it covers courts across the state of Ohio, and that number is decreasing, but is about 2.5% to 3% is the highest amount of jury trials that we have at our Common Pleas Court. And also, if you look at the statistics, Common Pleas courts across Ohio. So it's certainly not like you see on TV. Most of the work is done on a desk like this, reviewing pleadings, drafting opinions. So that's my experience. Thank you. Mr. Specht.
I can't give you a number of how many jury trials I've actually had, but like I said, since 2008, I've tried 6 major murder trials to a jury, to a verdict. The last one being on May 25th, or the last week of May. Prior to that, I've tried many felony cases. I've also been involved in the charging, the arraignments, the pre-trials, the suppression hearings, the expungement hearings, the grand jury presentations, everything you can think of, from the charge to the jury trial and everything in between. That's my experience. I've been in the courtroom, and by the way, all of these trials and courtroom experience have taken place not only in front of the bench where I seek to become judge, but also in the other 2 Common Pleas court judges or courtrooms, as well as Eastern, Western, and juvenile court.
Thank you. Thank you, candidates for Common Pleas Court.